In this video, we're going to look at techniques for using Dubler 2 to come up with leads, melodies, and other top-line parts, especially using Dubler 2's MIDI capture plugin. This could actually be considered part 2 of a recent YouTube video we did called Improvising Basslines with Dubler 2, because we're using very similar techniques, and we're also again using Dubler's MIDI capture to improvise long bars of MIDI and then slicing up moments we like to turn those into loops or melodies for our track. Dubler really changes the game when it comes to improvising melodies, because you can sing the MIDI capture saves you time by cleaning up any ghost notes or notes that you didn't want, and you're locked to a key, so anything you sing will be in key with the track you're working on, and much more. We have various chords and beats ready to sing over, so let's jump right into our session and start improvising. Here are some of the melodies that we came up with using the techniques in this video. For our examples, we have different types of backing tracks, including individual chords, full chord progressions, and bass lines. We'll start with a disco beat and bass line, which we sampled and tweaked slightly. If you watched our Improvising Basslines video, you saw that the way we approached improvising was slowing down the BPM to give ourselves more time and space to sing more complex parts. If you try to sing fast ideas at fast tempos, you'll start to worry more about accuracy and keeping up as opposed to trying new ideas. That isn't to say that it isn't possible, but results will definitely be different. We'll speed it back up again after we have the MIDI. Then we can load up Dubler's MIDI Capture Companion plugin on an empty MIDI channel in order to use it to record the MIDI. The benefit of using MIDI capture is cleaning up ghost notes and short error notes that we didn't really mean to sing. You can of course also choose the raw version of the MIDI that includes everything that was recorded. With MIDI capture, all you need to do is hit enable recording and then hit spacebar to start recording the clip. The scale matches to whichever scale you've chosen in Dubler 2, in this case F minor, because our bass line is in the key of F minor. Now that everything's set up, let's see what we can come up with. We can choose between the clean and raw versions of the MIDI and drag the clip onto our instruments channel. Now that we have a long MIDI clip, we can use the loop function in Ableton to test out different parts and find something that works. With some MIDI editing and tweaking, we can find a good and usable melody. Our second example has a chord progression instead of just a bass line. chords are in the key of C minor, so we can change our scale settings in Dubler too. This change will be reflected in the MIDI capture plugin as well. As the chords and drums are quite busy and active already, we can go for some more sustained melodies with this one. We can also slightly lower the BPM while recording. As with the last example, the next step is all about finding usable moments and setting them aside to use. Our last example has a more drum break or DnB kind of style with just one F minor chord and a very minimal bass line playing. Sometimes it can be good to jam out melodies with just one chord playing instead of a whole long progression. This can give you freedom to come up with some more riffs or melodies. And you can always add chords to melodies later. It doesn't always have to be in the order of writing the full chord progression and then the melody. We'll change our scale in Dubler 2 back to F minor, as that's the chord playing, and start recording with MIDI capture. Let's look for some usable melodic moments. As a final note, it's also completely okay to record melodies without having any backing tracks at all. No drums, no bass, no chords or anything. One good melodic loop can easily lay the groundwork for a whole track. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed that video and really hope that you're using Dubler 2 to come up with some killer melodies for your tracks. If you have any questions, you can drop a comment or contact us anytime at help@voclia.co.uk. To find out more about Dubler 2, visit voclia.com and please like and subscribe to our channel for all the latest content. See you next time.